I just wanted to make a quick video on the Company B Type 96 150mm Howitzer. So basically, I got this for Christmas a few days ago. I've been quite ill, so I'm messing around. There's no instructions for this kit. I contacted Company B and they said, unfortunately, they'd lost the instruction to a computer problem. So they've been helping me via email because I'm in England, time zone and all that. Build this, and I just thought it might be easier for people moving forward if I just did a video on what we worked out, and then people can just refer to that. So a lot of the work was just working out a little bit. So you've got three of these little handles. So you've got one on the front of the base there, and then you've got one, two there. So this bottom piece, you've got the axle with the leaf springs. You've got this little hole at the back here that needs to face up, so that's going to be what attaches. Focus, please. There we go. There's a pinhole there in the bottom of the gun, so that's what's going to mount onto that. Now, if you want to build this like fully set up, so like that, then you're not going to need these two parts up here. So if you were building this like being transported, these two legs would be folded in, and then this would be attached to the end. And then these spikes here would not be glued on. You would place them here and here. Again, best thing to do is look up photos of the real ones, and you just kind of work that out. This part, we're all a bit confused about, but I think it's me and the gentleman over at Company B, think that this would be sort of like hammered between these pegs when you've got the legs shut during transport. So that part there, we're not going to use unless you're doing it in transport. So you've got these two pegs on the stake it down on the back. So you need to do them. See how there's a short edge and a long edge. So the long edge is facing outwards. So long edge out, short edge inwards. These arms, you want the single pivots on the inside, single pins on the outside. Excuse me. The single brackets on the inside and the triple brackets on the outside. So over here, you've got your leaf spring and your two wheels. And then over at the cannon part, is that the right word? I don't know. So you've got your your gun shield, which we're gluing onto this base here. You see how there's a little peg back there and there. Oops, place this down. So this part here, this little L-shaped bit, it's got some little gaps there and there where you glue the the turret on. You haven't got to it swings, but obviously for gaming piece it makes sense to just glue it in a fixed position. So the idea is that would be fixed at kind of angle. The remaining pieces that confuse me is this part. Now, again, I emailed Company B, and they managed to find out that this is a periscope. So it would be glued in there, pointing out, so that the aimers obviously would be much shorter than that. Not going to stick their head for that wee hole, get shot at. So they got a little periscope. And then these two pieces, you would take these, and then on the plate. You're going to glue them in. You see that wee hole there? Ooh, focus, please. There we are. The wee hole under the 2 rivets on both sides. And then they're going to be bent down. And they're going to meet the back of this nub and the back of this nub. Which, again, you can see by looking at the photos of the real thing. Hopefully, that'll be enough for anyone who's got this kit to be able to work out what's happening in terms of building it. And if you need any help, just drop me a message on Facebook. Drop me a message on YouTube, and I will reply back with any photos or anything should you be stuck.